Hello again. I'm Mike from MikesCarpentryPlus, and it's June 1st, 2019, Southwest Indiana, remodeling a home. This is video 23, and I'm pretty much done putting outlet boxes and switch boxes, and just have a couple wires run to the overhead light, and I'll do that on camera, show you how to do that. Real easy to do. I just wanted to show you what I've been doing, and I've been working for about 3 hours, and I've pretty much had it, but I'm going to show you what I did. And it's a lot easier since I'm putting drywall over the old drywall. I can make holes in the drywall to run wires and stuff like that. Makes it easier. But anyway, I'll go ahead and show you what I've done so far. All right, we'll just start right here. I smashed in all the light switches and outlets, and moving around. I took out an outlet there, and I put an outlet box there, and I got the wire from the other wall from the laundry room, and I hooked the wire from there over to this box. And then coming over here, I put an outlet box in down here, and as you can see, there's two wires in there. And what I did was found out in the laundry room where the right here, where the I need an outlet up higher for the washing machine, and I drilled a hole through the wall right next to the stud here, and put an outlet in on the other side. Here, I'll show that to you real quick. Right there, that's the outlet for the washing machine, and I've got another outlet down here. So when you're wiring stuff, it's a lot easier to instead of going down through the floor, to use an outlet box and just run over to the other outlet box, even if it's in another room, and that way you save time going down in the basement and running a new wire to a junction box. And then over here, I went down through the floor, and you want to get your try to get your shavings, wood shavings, out of there. Just kind of help. Bugs like to eat wood shavings for some reason. But come around to this outlet, and you can see that where the old outlet was down here, how low that is. That's only about 7 inches off the floor, and I raised it up to the 24 5/8 of an inch to the top of the box. And I've got the wire going down into the basement. It's going to a junction box down there, and I'll show that to you. And this outlet around the corner right there was I drilled a hole in the floor like I showed you in the last video, and even come out 6 inches, and I still couldn't get a good spot. So what I did was since I'm putting new drywall over this, I took out this drywall here, and then I drilled a hole through all these studs, and came around on this side and took the circular saw, and I cut a groove right there, you can see, and chiseled it out. That way I've got my wire running from that box over there to here. Well, the power is actually to this box, but this wire here runs over to that other box, and I didn't have to spend more time down in the basement. And I found out that the door that was on here for the closet, it actually is a left-hand door. It's got the doorknob here, opens this way. So it's best to have your outlet, your switch, not an outlet, a switch for the light. Let me turn this on here. there's the box for the closet light, and what happened was up there, it's not easy to get to, but it had a good romex wire coming from the light box in the closet out here. So I cut it and I put a junction box up there, and all I needed to do was run a wire from that junction box up there down to this switch right here. And then on this side, I have an outlet down here, and I took a wire, let me get this light out of here. Ran a wire from this box right here up, this hole was already here I was going to put the switch, closet switch here, but I found out that the doors opens the other way. But anyway, ran this wire up the wall there, and there was a board running across here, so I beat this out with a hammer and drilled a hole through that wood. And so anyway, that's running up to the junction box up there, up on top. You can see that. I don't like putting junction boxes like above the ceiling like that, but sometimes you're kind of stuck. It would have taken me probably a half an hour or so. It wasn't easy to get to the ceiling in the closet, so I did it that way. And what you do is you run, I've got feed, like I said, coming up from the outlet up to there. And then what you do is you take your black wire from your feed and you hook it to your black wire coming down here to this box right here. And then all this is going to do is just switch the feed, the power. So the black wire is going to be high all the time, and then the white wire is going to, when you turn the switch on, the white wire is going to take the power back up to that junction box, and it's hooked to the black wire running over to the light up there, the junction box for the light. So that's how you wire that. One of these days I'll put it on the chalkboard for you and show you. But just going around the room here, I've got put another outlet in there and ran down through the floor. And I put another outlet next to the door. It's a left-hand door, so the doorknob's going to be right there. So we've got a switch for the ceiling fan. Actually, it's just going to operate the ceiling fan light. And I've got the power from this box down here. Just run a little wire up. This is a 14.2 with ground. And I put a piece of black tape on there to know that this is the feed. So anyway, I'm going to run down the basement and I'll show you what I've done down there. And then I'll come back up and I'll put run those two wires over to the junction box and the ceiling fan junction box. It's not really a junction box, it's more like just a metal box. Could be a junction box. Anyway, just wanted to show you this. I've got the wires, the one junction box here for some of the outlets. I've got the wires running, and they run to wherever the outlets are. Got two here on this side, got one right here, and then this wire that had been in the house before is a 12.2 with ground, which is a thicker wire. These are all 14.2 with ground, 14 gauge wires. This is 12 gauge wire. And this is a good Romex wire. It's got a bare copper safety ground in it, and it's plastic Romex, so it's good wire, and it goes straight to the junction, to the breaker box. So that, I'm reusing that wire for that. And then come over here to another junction box that I've got, and it's the same thing. I've got three wires going to outlets in the master bedroom, and then I've got another wire here, 12/2 with ground, that is going to the breaker box. And I'll hook all these together, and they'll just be tied all together just like the other box will be. So it's not that difficult. You just have to make sure that the wires, like I took all these wires that are good wires, but they were here before. They're all disconnected, and I marked all of them. Like this one is the one going to the sump pump, right there. Let me see if you, there you go. Right there. That's going to the sump pump, and I marked the wires going to that. So there's going to be, there's a second bedroom, number 5. So every single one of them has been marked, so I'll know what wire is what on the other end of the house. So we'll go back upstairs. I'm done downstairs. I'm ready to get out of here. Shut that off. If I can shut it off. I don't know where here, let me see some light here. There we go, there it is. Okay. So that's a little overview. I don't know if I really want to run those wires. I mean, you ought to, yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll run one of them. I'll let you watch me work. I'll run one wire up to that ceiling fan box. Let's see, let's get this like this. That's too close. I think that's still too close. Let's see if we can get this back far enough. Yeah, that gets it. You can see the ceiling fan box right here, and the box right here for the light switch. So you just grab your wire, run it over your joists. I pulled this, there's had some insulation up here. I pulled it back out of the way, and I'll put it back once I get these wires put in here. So here's the wire that's going to go, and this is going to feed the just the fan, ceiling fan. So I'm going to put fan on it. And just put it in the box. Coil it up. I don't know what I did with my hammer. You know, it's always something. It's always something. I don't know where my hammer went to. Here it is. Just go up to the top here. Put a strap in. have your dikes ready. Needs to be about like that. I already had a hole drilled. So once you get that in, you can put another strap on top here. It's about the only strap you can put in, going overhead like this. Okay, now on this one you want to mark fan. That way you know this is just for the fan. This is gonna, that way you can operate the fan without the light, and they'll be separate. So like at nighttime you can run the fan without the light being on. And is going to put the other wire up just like you did that one. And I'm not going to show you that because I just did it. I'm just going to do it again, and then I'll write a light on there. So let me see. See if I can get this thing. I'm tripping all over myself here. There we go. I just wanted to show you that. It's not really, it's not really a detailed video on how to run the wires, because like I said, man, it took me 3 hours to do all that. And I think you get the idea. You just need to figure out where to put your boxes, where the best places are. You need to figure out your doors, which way they open, and just make sure that you put the light switch on the side towards the doorknob. When you open the door, before you open like the closet door is going to open out, and just make sure the light's next to the doorknob. And then on the entry door, as you open the door and it swings to the left, and then you walk in, the light switch is going to be right there on your right, not behind the door like it was before. But anyway, I guess that's it. I've had it, I'm done. And if you have cat or dog, please get them spayed and or neutered. And if you want to get one, please go to your local animal shelter and rescue one. And please be kind to animals. Make sure your animals are fed and they eat good, and they not too much though. I've seen some people that overfeed their cats and dogs, and oh my God, they're gonna have a heart attack. But anyway, just make sure they have water every day and are taken care of and loved, and give your kids a hug. And these videos are for friends and family, and hopefully you can pick up a tip or two and tackle some of these jobs yourself. I'll do some more videos later on doing a close-up on doing outlets, how to wire an outlet, and switches and three-way switches and all that kind of stuff, and do a little probably one on the breaker box when I get a little closer to being done with that. But anyway, I think everything's pretty much wired except for this one wire here, so that's good. I'm happy about that. And I'm Mike from MikesCarpentryPlus, and you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.